Hello YouTube, this is Warships Legends memes, and in this video, which is actually part number 5 in this series, we're gonna talk about how to use the minimap and more or less something like a chess approach to the game. So last game we talked about how to play a destroyer, and this game will also be in a destroyer. So I got a couple of rules from last video, which I will put in the top right corner. So first of all, staying alive, contesting the cap and spotting for your team. Nothing new there from last video. So that's exactly what we're gonna do right now. We are playing the Z23. We have it torpedo build, so that's with Von Spee and not with Eric Bay as a commander. As you can see, we are already spotted by the carrier, and we're already in the cap as well. So, staying alive. Rule number 1, we are using smoke again to keep ourselves concealed, and the carriers actually do quite a good job with targeting us while we are in the smoke. We see this Kane also, he's pushing in the cap, and I haven't used my sonar yet because he was bow in, so I think he wasn't that much of a problem at that time. So the chess approach, what do I mean with that? Well, it's more or less knowing what your enemy is gonna do, knowing what your own capabilities are, and make the most out of it. A lot of people out there are just focusing on themselves, on their own weaknesses or strengths of their ship, and the chess approach is also taking into account what the enemy can do, what's best in your situation, and combining a lot of tasks at the same time. For example, we are still in B trying to get the cap, and at this point we know one thing for sure: we need that Kane out of the way to progress through the game. I'm accompanied by Bixedon. He's also in the Z23. He's just on my left, and it's 2 against 1 actually against his Kane. So we have the advantage also with sonar, which I'm using right now. Besides the chess approach and the minimap reading, we're also going to talk about how to make sure the enemy carrier can't really target you as easily as you would have liked. So first of all, when you're not spotted and the planes are coming towards you, you have to make sure that your AA guns are not firing, because that way he will know where he is. On the moment you are spotted, you can use your AA guns right away, because otherwise you can't defend yourself against those planes. And I've already done that a couple of times this game. So you see I'm spotted right now. I have my AA guns going, and you will see throughout the game that sometimes I will put them out just to make sure it's a little bit harder for the enemy carrier to focus the destroyers. So being here heavily focused, and Bixedon is unfortunately not going to survive this encounter. Nothing really he could do there. I mean, the carrier of the enemy team is doing a really good job in focusing us, and we were just trying to stay alive. This is the point in the game where the map reading, the minimap reading, comes into account, and this is actually quite interesting. You can see we got the A cap, we got the B cap, so we're in quite a good position. However, we've already lost 2 destroyers. I'm the only destroyer left. So rule number 1, staying alive for playing destroyers, is going to be really important. Because it's actually very simple. If I don't survive, we have no spotting capabilities besides the carrier. So I could have gone to A to defend A, but all the enemies are at C. So I will have to keep them spotted as long as possible. So I'm taking the route to the south of the map actually, and not up north, because when I go up north I would be how do you say it? I would have no room to maneuver. I wouldn't have any backup, so I deliberately go to the south, and I see the Summers pushing in and also the battleships coming towards us. I'm not spotting right now, or actually I'm not spotted right now. Is what I meant to say, and that's really into my advantage. The summons is coming my way, and I'm gonna send some torps, and hopefully I can catch him that way. But I'm gonna hope to catch him by surprise because I've not been spotted while I was waiting for him. Well, one set of torps, you see they miss, and I immediately switch to widespread. So it's gonna be really difficult for them to dodge me. Another tip I can give you, you can see it happening right here. When you're in a close destroyer encounter, always do something that they won't expect. So you could see he broke my engine, I was reversing, and I immediately fixed my engine and went full throttle. And you see all the torpedoes are missing me, and that's not really a strategy or tactic. It's more like a technique that makes sure you can survive those encounters. So here it is again. I could start a gunfight. Never do that in the DD, especially not when you're just the only DD left in the game. So I keep him spotted. I'm not gonna fire my guns yet. I have a torpedo build, so my torpedoes reload really fast. And the only thing I've got to do is make sure I do some damage, keep him spotted. We got 2 caps, and there's 1 DD on each team. And I actually don't really know where that DD is. So he could also be in C, he could also be somewhere else on the map. The most important thing is to keep my position and harass them, annoy them actually as much as possible. So we do not have the point advantage, but we got 2 caps, and that's the way we would like it. So you can see me smoking up, and that's what a lot of people in destroyers do, that they smoke up and they start to farm damage. Often that's not really a good tactic to do, but I'm doing it right here because there is a battleship just north of my position, and I knew that when I was going to smoke up, he would keep him spotted. But I wouldn't really advise you to do so if you're not 100% sure that somebody else is spotting the target, because he just disappears and you're doing exactly the contrary to main goal number 3 of playing a destroyer. So we're up to 2 kills, nothing really special there. I hoped for 3 kills with the summers, but I'm just happy that somebody else took the kill to get this destroyer removed from the game. Yeah, here you can see I'm doing something really stupid. I fired it when I was outside of the smoke. It's just really mediocre gameplay for me right there. So it's, I surprised myself actually with the smoke going away. Really a beginner's fault. But with the Heinrich almost out of the way, I'm just gonna kite away. But the thing I did there was not really advisable. So I'm trying to make the most out of it. Somebody else gets the kill. All good. I'm unspotted. And now the minimap reading and the chess approach actually comes into play again. You can see the situation on top. It's 3 against 4 ships, and they've got a carrier, and we have no carrier at all. So I'm, again, the only really spotting capability they have. The other thing that's happening is you can see we have got the B cap, still got the B cap. But A cap is being captured by their destroyer. So that tells me where their destroyer is. And looking at the points, we still have a point advantage, but it's not really a points advantage because they're gonna capture A. So you know we're gonna lose if we're not gonna have change something very quickly. Especially right now. So the team is dying. And we just need not only to make kills, but most importantly, we have to take the caps and make sure they don't get any other cap. Really difficult position. Yeah, I know it's a yoink kill, but it was necessary. I mean, I needed the kill. He needed to be removed, and I hope the other battleship will survive as long as possible. So now the chess approach again comes for like the third or fourth time this video comes into play. I could capture A. I'm sorry. I could just capture A, but if I do so, I know one thing for sure because of the indicator that their destroyer is heading towards B. So we will lose on points anyway. Even if I capture A, we won't win this game because then they will have two caps, B and C, and I will only have A. The carrier is gonna spot me anyway in the last couple of minutes of this game, so that will make it really hard to win. And now it's almost impossible. So the only thing I can do right here is push their DD. He has the same sonar range as I do. He has the same guns and the same torpedoes. So I have less health than he has. So I knew like, okay, well, we're probably gonna lose. But when I would capture A, we would 100% gonna lose. So that's the only way I could make a move. I also knew that a little luck had to be involved, and there is my luck. He hit my torpedo, and I'm even able to finish him off, which gets the kill count up to 4. And I also defended B, which is just awesome. This was the moment I was like, yeah, maybe I can pull this off. I mean, yeah, we are 1 cap down, we are 100 points down, but there's 3 minutes to go. When I capture A, it won't be enough. So if I just capture A, then I think we will still lose. Really difficult, 2 against 1. One carrier, which is spotting me the whole time. But this game is also about turning the tide and never give up. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm still shooting down planes. I'm kiting away, making sure I don't get reset, because a reset would just we just end the game actually, because there's one way I could still win, and that's using the points. I don't even think it's enough at this point. I know we're still struggling to get the cap, but the planes are gone, 20 seconds left, and this one is in. So it's not really calculating, but just making educated guesses all the time. Okay, just say we got this cap. We got 2 caps, they got 100 points behind in 2 minutes, 1 cap advantage. It's not gonna be enough. So I still need 1 kill to get this game. I'm pushing in. Of course I don't want to get hit by the torpedoes or the bomb from the airplane, but I just need to keep progressing towards B. We see this enemy Leon, and he's making a huge mistake, because when he's just looking at the points, he knew one thing for sure, that he will win this game anyway. Just turn around the ship, and it would have been a clean win for the Leon. Yeah, some torpedo dodging going on, but I'm still advancing towards the Leon, and I knew this was going to be really difficult to turn around. I was also really annoyed in this game, because the game just threw their ships away. I did everything I could, capping, killing, countering enemy DDs, but sometimes it's just not enough. So I'm still making sure I won't get hit by any of these torpedoes, and I'm going full throttle again to close in on the Leo. I know I'm spotted, and here it is. Just a little bit over 40 seconds to go, and my indicator says 30, 31, what does it say? 37, 38 seconds? I can't really see it. I actually have this video on a quite some small scale right now, but I had to be really lucky to pull this off, and I was just kiting away, and every second counted. I knew I was never gonna win on points without a kill. So it was down to the last seconds. He almost killed me there, but I mean, he tried to, but he didn't have a lot of luck, and luck was on my side. So I even got the Kraken here. I just turned it around, 20-30 points left, and that's it actually. So just to conclude this video, all I wanted to point out is that minimap reading, always when you get out of these these close encounters and you got a second or two or three to watch the minimap, always make sure you take a quick look in how many ships do we have, how many ships do the enemies have, who has the caps, who has the most points, how can I spot for my team I'm playing a destroyer, where are the biggest threats actually, not just for myself but for my team as a whole, and just make the most out of it. So that's it for the day. You can see the stats are just being shown here. And yeah, my next meme video is going to be online in like a couple of days. So stay tuned for that, and hope to see you next time.